Hello, good afternoon. Nice to see you all here. My name is Marta Pastuch. I'm representing Secretary of the German Platform for the Reconstruction of Ukraine. In June this year, we started with new series of events where we are focusing on cities and regions. And today our topic is Mykolaiv and critical infrastructure is in Mykolaiv. The aim of this of the series of these events is to give a space for you all, for all stakeholders who are working in Mykolaiv or are interested to get a cooperation partner in the city or in the region. That's why I'm inviting you to post also your contacts or your ideas for cooperation. What are you searching for in the chat, or you may also contact us afterwards. And I'm very happy to introduce our moderation for today, Hanna Montafon from Mykolaiv Water Hub.
Thank you, Marta, very much. Thank you also to everyone who joined us today, and thank you to speakers and to the guests. My name is Hanna Montafon. I'm originally from Mykolaiv. I was born and raised in the city, and I'm now here. But I'm living in Berlin since 17 years, and myself, I'm working in the field of critical water infrastructure development. So Mykolaiv Water Hub is a project of myself and my team that is aimed on critical infrastructure recovery and human capital development. And here today, we want to share our experience. We want to show how we do it, how we are creating an ecosystem. And most important is that we want to show the Mykolaiv's role in reconstruction with the focus on critical infrastructure and human capital, how we are going this path, and also how we can frame the reconstruction as opportunity to build
Hanna, we can't hear you now.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, you're back.
I got a message that I need to hold on. This is what we know very well, how to hold on in Ukraine. So before we go actually into very serious talks, I want to share a very nice and heartwarming story that is now wrapping out in Mykolaiv, and this is the connection that was created between Mykolaiv and the Berlin district, Tempelhof-Schöneberg, the municipal cooperation that has been signed in late May this year. And our new municipal partner made a very symbolic gesture and offered Mykolaiv the traditional or the most famous in Germany traffic light, Ampelmännchen. And this Ampelmännchen has arrived to Mykolaiv on Friday last week and was handed over by myself to one of our speakers. He will be talking later. And this is a very special thing for us because it's like Berlin, having Berlin showing us green light into the recovery. Huge thanks. And also huge thanks from myself as Hanna that is having two motherlands. Now I have Ampelmännchen both in my hometown for now and in my hometown from the past. So thank you, the person which is sending hearts also. Good. I think I would be glad to introduce our speakers who are here today. And we have overall 5 amazing speakers, 2 from Mykolaiv and also 2 from Germany. Yes, and then one more that I will introduce specially. So Dmytro Konarsky is the head of IT department of Mykolaiv City Council, which is working with us on one of the critical infrastructure projects. We also have Vitaly Shevchenko as director of the road maintenance utility of Mykolaiv. Boris Greifeneder, he's a managing director of German Water Partnership. As Ramon Papadopoulos, he's great from the Department for European Affairs and City Partnerships of District Tempelhof-Schöneberg, the one with the traffic light. And Lili Nabochenko, which is as myself quite difficult to understand. Is it German or Ukrainian? Because we are both. Based in Frankfurt, the very important team member of Mykolaiv Water Hub and the scholarship program coordinator of Mykolaiv Water Hub. We also have, it is not listed, but also an important player, Dmytro Kiselov, also our team member that will today assist us with the translation of one of the speakers. So now that was a brief introduction. We will have inputs from each of them, and it would be great to learn more about you, to understand who are the people here today. And Marta, we are moving forward to the online poll, right? Right. I don't have it, or shall we wait a bit?
You don't have it?
I don't see it.
Okay.
Now.
Maybe now? Ah, yeah, great.
And technically, the participants are able to.
I hope so, that you are able to answer 3 questions we have here, and then you will see also answers. Yeah.
Good. Yes. So we would love to learn from you which group you are representing. Is it an NGO, local administration? Is it a partner city, or is it a business or business association? Also, whether have you ever been to Mykolaiv or the surrounding region? So how well you know the region, or do you know it at all? And yes, okay, you see the questions. Amazing. Yeah.
And when you are done with the 3 questions, you will also be able to see the overall information, the response from other participants. Let me know if this works, because I see. Does it work for you, Hanna? Do you see responses?
I see the responses on the first question. Yes. We have approximately 1/3 are the NGO representatives or NGO members. We also have more than 10% from local administrations. Business is very present here. This is great, because that's one of the key areas of our activities, to engage the private sector into reconstruction. And there are also 1/3 of other that did not fall under any of those groups.
Okay, the next one, yes, maybe you also.
Yes, I know I can see the second question. Yeah, almost a half. Well, it's half. So 46% have been to Mykolaiv and surrounding region, and 54 still looking forward to visit the city, I hope. I guess it's a good result, actually, for the city that is not the capital of Ukraine, or like a more famous one that we have in Ukraine.
Oh,
okay,
water.
Good. Wow, amazing. The third question was, would you spontaneously associate with the term critical infrastructure? Water, great, in the center, the biggest one. I'm very glad to hear Sponge City, which is also, that's somebody with the very good expertise in the water sector, naming Sponge City. Green infrastructure, water pumping. Great. Minimizing vulnerability, yes, something which is important not only for Ukraine, but actually vulnerable infrastructure is also in Germany and in other countries. The vulnerability is rising. electricity, clean water, relevant infrastructure, wastewater. Okay, great. I think we will have also one more area which is not mentioned here that we will throw a spotlight on it, and this will be road maintenance as well. Right. Right. Then let's move on to the discussion with our speakers, and I would like to first mention one of the freshest projects, which is currently being launched in Mykolaiv. It literally was launched yesterday, and we filmed it, so a short video will be available soon. What are we doing is with the project, which is funded by UNIDO, it's the United Nations Organization for Industrial Development. This is the cooperation with one of the Japanese startups, which are using AI for road monitoring, and the goal is to facilitate the maintenance of the road infrastructure. Smart City Research Institute from Tokyo is the key partner. The other partners are Deloitte, Tokyo, and Mykolaiv Water Hub as an implementing partner. A question to Dmytro Kanarsky, our first speaker. Dmytro, Mykolaiv is the first city in Ukraine to launch the Global Eyes, this is the name of the technology project, with Smart City Tokyo, Deloitte, and Mykolaiv Water Hub. And from your perspective, how does this AI system go beyond simple monitoring to improve decision-making in maintenance and reconstruction? But why do we need AI to reveal better than it was before?
Thank you for the question. And this partnership between the Global Eyes, AI-based system that collects data and images directly from vehicles, cars, buses, etc. These inputs are giving us a clear objective picture of our entire road network. Where the system really changes decision making is here. Prioritization, it's the first. Instead of reacting only when a street becomes unusable, we now have evidence-based maps showing where repairs are most urgent. The second is the budget optimization. The data helps us allocate resources where they generate the greatest impact, improving transparency for both the city council and our dear partners. Efficiency, global experience shows us that up to 30% faster inspections and 60% more effective repairs, with potential maintenance cost reductions of up to 80% compared to traditional methods. Innovation, ecosystem link. This is not only about roads, it's about integrating digital tools, local staff training, and university involvement in AI model training. And that's how Mykolaiv builds a broader innovation ecosystem that connects technology with people and governance. So in practice, the system turns raw monitoring data into strategic decision-making tools that make our reconstructions faster, smarter, and more transparent. For us, this is the next in moving towards implementing full-scale smart city approach for urban development.
Wonderful, Dmytro, thank you. I think this is also a good example on how scarcity of resources can make you more innovative and also more efficient. Instead of using very expensive road scanners that cost millions, we're using literally smartphones with the appropriate installed apps that do the scanning and then create the database of the road conditions. But then the next question is coming, of course, what are you doing with those data? How do you repair actually the roads, and what do you need to repair? And there is another project which creates amazing synergies with the project mentioned right now. And I would like to invite Vitaly, please, to say a couple of words of JICA cooperation. This is Japanese agency for international cooperation in Mykolaiv. Because I know you have recently received some equipment that can be also used for the doing the works that will be needed to be done using the AI technology mentioned by Dmytro. So, Vitaly, Mykolaiv recently, yeah, go.
Доброго дня. Дякую, Ганна, за запитання. Значить, дійсно, Миколаїв у нас отримав дуже великий грант від JICA Це дуже велика кількість самосвалів, великої дорожньої техніки, це катки, це асфальтоукладач, це велика фреза, яка на сьогоднішній день сама гарна і велика не тобто в Миколаєві, а ще й в Україні. Перекладайте, а я потім
And we
продовжу.
need a break.
Thank you, Anna. Indeed, Mykolaiv has received just recently a huge number of equipment from JICA. Yeah, so it's not only like big heavy machinery, crushers, bulldozers, dump trucks. And it's actually one of the best that is now present in Ukraine.
Тобто ми отримали два пакети допомоги. Один пакет – це саме дорожня техніка для асфальтування і обслуговування і утримання доріг, а інший пакет – це саме дробарне обладнання для використання його і в пакеті доріг, і в пакеті переробки ресайклінгової сировини від наших прильотів, які в нас відбуваються систематично та розрушають наші будинки.
Yeah, so the first package of the equipment was provided for the road repairments, and the second part of the equipment is the special equipment for the recycling of materials, of residual materials that are left after the hits that we constantly receiving. I mean, not we, but the Mykolaiv city receiving during these days of aggression from Russia.
Поєднання цих двох пакетів ми вважаємо, що наше завдання – це сформувати такий пул ресайклінгової сировини, який дозволить нам використовувати їх в дорогах.
So the main idea here is to combine these packages and to use recycled materials, recycled rubbish in the process of repairment of the road infrastructure.
Також ми отримали наразі вчора пакет допомоги від наших японських товаришів, це Tokyo Smart City Research Institute, це за фінансуванням UNIDO, це айфони, в яких є програма для сканування доріг.
Yeah, and just as mentioned yesterday, we received also a package of an aid from our partners, Smart City Research Institute. It's a package of like a number of smartphones with installed program to trace and to control the roads conditions.
В поєднанні зусиль наших донорів, нашого бажання та технологій, ми вважаємо, що ми зможемо зробити наші дороги кращими.
So by combining technologies provided by our donors and supporters, so we do truly believe that we can improve the conditions of our roads.
Дякую.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you, Vitaly, for showing us the example of how two donor-funded projects can be linked for the benefit of the successful implementation of the both projects. We had two examples from Japan, and I'm suggesting that we are moving back to Europe and discuss our perspectives in fostering German-Ukrainian cooperation in the water sector. I would like to invite Boris Greifeneder, because we will be talking with him about the DBU-supported project launched by German Water Partnership in cooperation with Mykolaiv Water Hub that is focusing on knowledge and technology transfer for water and wastewater infrastructure. Boris, the German Water Partnership, together with Mykolaiv Water Hub, has launched this project, and the goal is to strengthen sustainable water and wastewater infrastructure in Ukraine by involving private sector from Germany. How can this initiative create opportunities for German private companies to enter Ukrainian market, and why is Mykolaiv a key gateway city for this cooperation?
Well, thanks, Hannah. Thanks for having me, and also thank you, Marta, and the platform
having me and giving me the opportunity to present what we are working on together, or as you just said, Hannah, the ecosystem we are about to build together. Together with Mykolaiv Water Hub, we have launched a few weeks ago a 12-month project supported by the DBU, Deutsche Bundesstiftung Umwelt, or the German Federal Environmental Foundation, to prepare the ground for sustainable recovery of Ukraine's water and wastewater systems. The war has left severe damage, as we all have seen or sadly even experienced over the last years, but it also opened the door for modernization with modern climate-friendly technologies, or as we say, build back better. How does this create opportunities for German companies? Let me highlight 4 goals. The first is market entry via networks. Through this project, we are establishing a structured exchange platform between German and Ukrainian water experts, both on a personal but also on a business level, that gives German SMEs and technology providers direct access to utilities, decision makers, and real data from the field. The second is demand-driven innovation. By collecting and analyzing technical data from Ukrainian water utilities, we can identify urgent needs, whether it's energy-efficient pumps, smart monitoring systems, or advanced wastewater treatment technologies, and we can match them with German solutions. Third is a gateway via Mykolaiv. We want to create Mykolaiv Water Hub is acting as the central coordinator on the ground. That means German companies do not have to approach the Ukrainian market blindly. They have a trusted local partner who is able to facilitate cooperation and to ensure projects are already adapted to local realities. And the fourth and last point is long-term positioning. This initiative is not only about emergency recovery, it sets the stage for long-term partnerships in line with the UN SDGs on clean water, sustainable cities, and infrastructure. Well, in short, Mykolaiv is becoming our test bed, or a test bed, an entry point for the German private water sector into Ukraine. And by working together now, German companies can position themselves as key partners in the country's sustainable reconstruction, bringing innovation, investment, and resilience to the Ukrainian water sector. I'm looking forward to the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Boris. It's a nice word having test bed. I also prefer saying it a sandbox, because for sandbox you can bring your own toys to play together. This is what will be our call to action to join our sandbox in Mykolaiv. And yes, especially it's also great that we are cooperating. We're establishing this opportunity for German water sector companies to enter Ukrainian market, because one of the German water sector companies from the district that we just signed the municipal cooperation, Tempelhof-Schöneberg, is already in Mykolaiv. So those who will follow doesn't need to be the first, to be the first one. It's easier always to follow. These 3 inputs that we had, they all are talking about that you can touch and you can build, but you know that it doesn't work if there is no skilled human behind it, or even next to it. And you need qualified expertise, you need talents that would not just maintain this, but would also develop their own solutions for the reconstruction of Ukraine. We have here Lily Nabochenko, our program coordinator for scholarship program of Mykolaiv Water Hub. And this scholarship program invests. We do have a couple of, because we have eased our conditions and decided to open the door to the boys across southern Ukraine, providing financial support, mentorship, and equipment to empower these talented children in STEM, particularly in water, energy, and infrastructure fields. Lily, Girls in STEM program provides scholarships for the children from Mykolaiv, Odessa, and Kherson. How does this initiative, first maybe you could say a couple of words, how does this initiative started? How did it start? And how does it strengthen human capital in infrastructure field in Mykolaiv?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this question, and thank you very much for having me here today. So this program was initiated as a result of an urgent need to cultivate a new generation of talents and experts essential for supporting the critical infrastructure, especially the one related to the water and energy sectors in the south of Ukraine. Since this area, including the STEM field as such, are traditionally more popular among males, more like male-dominated, we see here a big potential and actually mutual benefits for bringing more females into the field, whereby generating a higher level of human potential going forward. So the Girls in STEM program, it was launched in the spring 2024, so basically last year. This year we celebrated our first anniversary. By now we have managed to already provide 4 rounds of scholarship grants to the girls from Mykolaiv, Odessa, and Kherson region. So the primary, just like briefly about the program as such, Hannah already touched base on it a little bit, but just like in a nutshell, the primary objective of the Girls in STEM program is to empower and encourage young girls to pursue STEM education. For now, the program comprises of the following key elements. As Hannah mentioned, we have the scholarship component, which basically financing in amount of 150 euro, which is paid out 3 times a year to the program participants. The program participants are girls from the 5th grade at school up to the 2nd course of the university students from the southern regions of Ukraine, respectively, Mykolaiv, Kherson, and Odessa. Then the program also encompasses other non-financial elements, which we believe are really, really important, specifically the provision of mentorship support, provision of educational lectures, and also technological equipment, which help girls bring their projects to life, but also to further develop themselves in certain areas which are critical and important for their growth. So we find it in general like very encouraging and rewarding to see how many young talents develop and become inventors and innovators. They have so many wonderful and creative ideas. We see that they have a great potential. They're able to really collaborate between each other. They have a great potential to be very useful on their work market and their critical infrastructure in cooperation, or maybe even building their own startups, which is really important for the future of the region. Therefore, we, of course, strongly believe in the power of the human capital in the south of Ukraine. And we believe that by investing in curious young minds, today we are cultivating and building a generation of innovators and young professionals, which will be really, really important for the reconstruction of Ukraine.
Thank you for showing us the journey. I myself, when I look at someone's story, I always want to know what was this very first sparkle that made something shine. And I want to mention here the special thanks to Enercity. It's a water utility of Hanover, and especially Andreas Kalix that approached us with his energy and his idea to fundraise funds to fund this scholarship program. That was our very first funding, and we keep it running, funding it ourselves right now. So thank you very much for the impulse from Hanover for another municipal partnership, municipal partner of Mykolaiv. You made something that is growing till now and growing bigger. Yes, so we mentioned now there are basically critical infrastructure. It's all about, very often it's about having a municipal partner at the table with you. And we all know that one of the key, let's say, issues that Ukraine might face is the absorption capacity, local absorption capacity, which means you need to have a partner at the table that really speaks your language, and not only English, but he really understands your ideas. And you cannot really be what you cannot see. And this is where Berlin is helping us. Ramon, the floor is almost yours. You were already introduced actually as our new municipal partner. Please tell us more how Berlin is helping Mykolaiv to get stronger. You're muted.
Okay. Sorry, now you can hear me. Yeah. Hello, Hannah. Hi there from Berlin. Thank you for having me. Hello, Marta. Thank you for providing this. And yeah, what we are doing here in Berlin together with you guys is a secondment program. Yeah, that is something special. I think it gives young staff from Mykolaiv City Council the chance to work directly in our district administration for a certain period of time. Yeah, and this will be determined individually. It depends on the needs of the department and yeah, financial funds also. Yeah, this is, you know, and it's yeah, we have this program. We do that also with others. Here with our municipality, we are sending people to other municipalities and to have an exchange. Yeah, and the same. Yeah, we can do that yeah, just it's about not learning best practices. It's job shadowing, and we will do that also with people from the municipality from Mykolaiv. Yeah, it's a people-to-people exchange that is strengthening trust between the two cities and capacities of both sides. Yeah, and there's some key points to that. Participants will see firsthand how we handle urban planning, for instance. Yeah, the first I think we will start is with Katarina. She will come on September 15 to September 19 to our urban planning department. So we are starting with that. Yeah, yeah, they can bring this knowledge they gained back to Mykolaiv. Yeah, it's not a one-way thing. Yeah, but we can also get experiences from people from Mykolaiv municipality. But yeah, both ways should profit. You know, then each placement is designed individually. Yeah, depending on the readiness of our departments. Yeah, to host and the professional background also of the participant. Yeah. And it's an investment in people. Cost and travel and accommodation will be covered from you, yeah, from Mykolaiv Water Hub at this time, and we will build the program together with their needs, with their interests, to make sure talented young professionals can focus fully on learning and professional growth. Yeah, and then we have yeah, it's an innovation ecosystem link. Reconstruction is not only about technology or roads, right? It's about skilled people, as you said before. And yeah, we can coordinate that together to ensure sustainability by investing in human capital through exchanges. We want to make sure that Mykolaiv has the leadership and governance structures needed to support technological and infrastructure innovation, right? That's basically the aim of it. In short, it's helping to build a new generation of municipal leaders in Mykolaiv, yeah, who are internationally connected with us, with others, and professionally trained, ready to shape the city's recovery, yeah, as part of a wider innovation ecosystem. That's basically it in short, yeah. And we have experience. If it's not us, the borough of Tempelhof-Schöneberg, maybe we can help also find other places in other boroughs in Berlin. It depends now on the situation. We will do that individually. We have a lot of contacts. We will have them here. And if we cannot help, we can also search at other boroughs. Yeah? Okay, cool. That's basically
Yeah, that's it, but not really it completely, because I think there is something that we didn't say it loud yet, and we didn't write it anywhere. It's because we want people also to feel the Berlin vibe and to understand the city and to get kind of more people understanding the vibe of the city and why is it so special, and to bring it back to Mykolaiv and to make it live also here. So thank you very much, Ramon, for sharing this with us. What could be the next step here? So we first brought the traffic light. We were joking in the team that the next we should be bring some brewery and bakery. It's like a basic set of German culture for Mykolaiv. Let's see how it evolves. As soon as we do it, we make another workshop here online to inform you about that. I would like to start. Yes, I'd like to start the discussion round, and the first question goes on Vitaly. Vitaly, I will ask first in English, and Dmytro will translate for you in Ukrainian. What do you see if we talk about the ecosystem development? What kind of ideas could be useful, or what do you need more to develop or rebuild better and faster? Could you share your insights here?
Віталій, чи можете ви поділитися своїм баченням, як ця екосистема, нова екосистема може допомогти розвивати інфраструктуру в Миколаєві?
Дякую за запитання. Так, а вже ж, я приведу вам такий приклад, то, чого нам не вистачає. Зазвичай ми говоримо про технології, яких в нас ще нема. Але прикладом є те, що у нас клімат стає дедалі більш жаркий, і технологія укладання асфальта і його використання, вона в цьому кліматі не може існувати і далі по старим параметрам. Перекладайте, будь ласка.
I'll give you one example. Because of the climate that we have in Mykolaiv, it is very hot climate of the southern Ukraine. Yeah, so the standard technologies for layering of asphalt shall be improved.
Я в прошлому році побачив в Німеччині дуже цікаву річ. Тобто німці додають до асфальтобетонної суміші білий камішок, який дозволяє зробити асфальт замість чорного кольору, робить його світло-сірим, і тим самим він знижає градус нагріву від сонячної енергії. Перекладайте.
Last year in Berlin, I've seen that the German colleagues they were adding white stones into the asphalt mixture. So, and instead of having the completely black asphaltum laying on the road, so it gets more in gray tones, and in such way, it actually reflects the sunlight and gets less heated up.
Ось на сьогодні наше інноваційне завдання – це знайти ті механізми і способи зниження плавкості асфальтобетонної суміші для того, щоб наш асфальт залишався в належному стані.
So for now, our goal, innovative goal, is to find the solution, to find the right mixture of asphaltum, in order asphaltum stays longer in our climate zone, in our region.
Другий приклад, це я би назвав це те, що програма Global Ice, яку ми починаємо зараз використовувати, вона дозволить нам своєчасно реагувати на правильність, як вам сказати, утримання цього асфальта. Тобто для того, щоб ми бачили і розуміли, коли його потрібно замінити, коли його потрібно трохи відремонтувати, а коли він вже зношений повністю.
And in addition to this system, to this ecosystem, so this program Globalize that we are now implementing, so it will allow us also to maintain and to control the conditions of the road surface, and to understand where to put more efforts or less efforts in order to keep our roads safe and maintained.
Вважаю, що інновації і технології – це синоніми в нашому випадку, і вони дозволять нам дедалі ставати кращими на ринку доріг Миколаєва.
Yeah, and in our case, I believe that the definition innovation and technology, they are equal. Yeah, and the implementation of such things in our work, in daily work, will allow us to be competitive and to keep our roads in a good shape.
На сьогодні ми шукаємо молодих людей, молоді таланти, тих, хто зможе нам ці інновації більш внести в наше життя.
And we're also looking for the young people who would be able to implement those innovations into our business processes and could make our lives easier and better.
Дякую за увагу.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Vitaly. I hear young people expert is Lily here. Lily, do you think you will be able to catch this ball and react on the needs of the utility in Mykolaiv?
Yeah, this is actually very much in line with our vision of the development of the girls of STEM girls in STEM program, because currently the program is open to anybody who has interest in any STEM area, right? So we're supporting any type of research. I would say we will and should continue any type of research going forward as well to allow for this creativity and expression. However, at the same time, we understand the value and the need of being more targeted and also sharing our experience as adults, right? Because we are talking at the end of the day of schoolgirls and young university students who could definitely profit from us sharing our perspectives and actual needs, what is actually needed on the market, what is actually expected from different market players. Going forward, we would really like to establish an infrastructure which will allow us to get informed and collect information about various projects which are going on or various needs, as like in the example which has been just shared by Vitaly, so that we could encourage our program participants also to contribute. Maybe the topics can be a little bit difficult for them just to come and join and drive straight away. This is probably not very realistic, but what is really realistic is engaging them as a support so that they can build up their knowledge and develop themselves over the time and get ready to become an actual contributors to such types of initiatives on the market. So this is definitely our vision, and it's also supported by our educational module. I mentioned that we are providing some lectures. For example, currently we're working on the development a new course of lectures related to the water. This is like a different topic, but it is still like just as an illustrative example to show the approach as such. So we would really like to make this course as interactive and practicable as possible. This is why we are going to actively work together with various water utilities across the country to find those professionals who are already there to share their knowledge, to also get in touch with the girls, and for girls to give an opportunity to actually learn something from people who are actually working in the field. So we are working and would like to establish this collaboration between the younger generation and the market needs and many different levels.
Right. Thank you very much. There was yes, indeed, the water. We do work with roads, but the water is the key area with our key expertise. And this is great that you mentioned it. We are currently running the call for this course development among 9 Ukrainian water utilities we are closely cooperating with. Since the Ukrainian water utilities are already on board, and I would like to get Boris here back to us as a representative of the Association of German private sector companies. I think around 300 members you have. Is it correct? Yes. Could you, thank you. Could you say us what are the next steps of the DBU project that will be implemented this year, an approximate vision?
Sure. We're still about to set up the structures for our upcoming, let's say, 11-month. I think what are on the list for the next weeks are workshops we're gonna conduct together with German companies. We will receive also delegations in the next weeks. We will start with the data collection together with the utilities via you and your network of experts. We still want to go out and reach out and establish us as a consortium, as the point of contact. And I would like to mention that this is still only phase 1 of a longer setup. and there will hopefully follow some more phases of this project.
Yeah, that's this preface. We even call it a
Preface, yeah, definitely. Fact-finding mission.
Yes, that's correct. And we will have a visit to Ukrainian water utilities of first 4 cities in the next week. And then we expect Ukrainian water utilities to join us in Mykolaiv Fab Week in the middle of November, where we will have presentations from different projects that we are running. And we will take them with us to Berlin for approximately 19th of November, 19th, 21st of November, that the first kickoff or first meeting shall happen in Berlin. Maybe we should also, Marta, what do you think? Could we have some take some question from the guests?
Yes, sure.
How do you usually organize it? Do we have written questions, or do we expect the guests to switch on the camera and say it loud?
We can do it the second version what you proposed, because I think we have a time for this exchange.
Wonderful. Do you have any questions from the guests, or not necessarily questions? Maybe you want to share the experience. I don't see anyone raising hands. Yeah. Here. Okay, if you wait long enough, you get one. Good. Hello. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I was asking myself if it's possible to support like local structures, or I'm a landscape architect. If it's possible to support the locals in the region with know-how, so that not only companies from outside go working in Ukraine, but also help build up the knowledge once again. Is it possible to support in a way like that?
You mean sharing knowledge, like peer-to-peer exchange? Yeah, in the landscape infrastructure. Yeah,
Yes.
of course. This is of course. If you have resources for that, feel free to contact Marta, or I don't know if we share my contacts or myself. I can write an email in the chat box. But this would be great. Please mention what kind of how much time you have, what are your ideas. But this is the great time to support, and this is actually the nicest part of working in Mykolaiv, because you can really like build the city of the future. You can contribute and you can see it growing. So use this chance and contact us. Thank you very much for this idea. Do we have any other questions? Okay, I have a question to Dmytro Kanarsky. He's the speaker that didn't get the question yet. Dmytro, I know that you wanted to share very much with us the experience, another smart city project that Mykolaiv has experience with, because the smart city research institute from Tokyo is not the first one. Mykolaiv had experience before. Would you like to share it with us today?
Yeah, I'd like to tell you something about our Safe City project, which is it consists of the camera system, because it's a milestone in our security in our city now. There are something like more than 500 cameras now. We have a lot of intellectual things like the license plate registering and the face recognition systems. And when the full-scale invasion started, we had we admitted that this system is very good for us because we helped a lot for our military forces, because our city was was surrounded by the Russian forces at the start of full-scale invasion, and our PTZ cameras, that cameras that you can guide where to look, were very handy those days. So we've made a system, like a program that knows where the camera looks, and we were positioning these cameras on the event. By this word, I mean the place where the shelling was or rocket strike was, and almost all of them were at night. So we could not recognize the landscape where we are looking. So this positioning system was very handy for our the people that tried to save the survivors. So I think that these cameras, we should develop this project to get something like 1,000 or maybe more of the cameras. So if you, Hannah, would find somebody to help us with this, we would be very grateful to you.
This is the first time I get call to action, and I'm not the one who is saying call to action. So, okay, good. The challenge accepted. I hear thank you, Dmytro, for sharing this experience. You know that this session was booked for 1 hour 15 minutes, but I hear very often that I'm talking too fast. That's why we will be done a bit earlier. And I will still use the floor to have my own call to action to everyone participating here, is that if you are looking for Ukrainian partner, take a look at Mykolaiv. You see what is the potential here. There is an experience. There will be municipal employees with a Berlin vibe welcoming you here. Thank you, Ramon, for that. And talented youth and also experienced utilities, not only water, but also road infrastructure. So take a look at Mykolaiv. There is one more very strong reason why I'm here. It's, of course, warm weather that Berlin doesn't have, and amazing food. So you will really appreciate it being here. Marta, I know that you have some last poll, right?
Thank you a lot, Hannah. It was really very I was inspired from your inputs. Thank you a lot. And I would like to ask all participants also to answer a few questions, because then we have this feedback, and we can organize next events better, but also as you wish. Maybe the first question or the first statement is, I'm satisfied with the event. When you're really satisfied, then please mark here 4, or maybe if not, then less. The second question is, the event added value to my work related to Ukraine in general. The third statement.
Very special to be publicly evaluated. Okay. Good.
The third question, or the third statement, is I met participants, organizations who are relevant to my work. The fourth one, I met participants, organizations with whom I can imagine a future collaboration. That's why thanks a lot, not only to our speakers and moderation, but also for you sharing. Some participants shared also their experience or their plans in the chat. Very appreciated. And the last one is, I I gained relevant knowledge. Thank you for evaluation.
You will not show the results.
Should I?
No, I'm not sure. But we will discuss them for sure later. To
Yeah,
get
we
some,
can discuss
experience of that. Okay.
discuss them after all. And now I would like to ask Uliana to share our presentation. Just a moment. Thank you. I would like to make an announcement about our next event. On the 3rd of September, we will have as a guest Ukraine Donor Platform. Then on the 17th of September, we will have an online workshop on AI and disinformation, for sure in the context of Ukraine's reconstruction. And at the end of September, we will organize a similar event, but then we will have in focus not Mykolaiv, but Kyiv and the region. Thank you a lot, Hanna. It was really very inspiring. Thank you all participants, all speakers for sharing your insights, your information, your projects with us, and see you next time.